There was a man I used to know who was one of the meanest people you'd ever meet. To tell you how mean he was, he made a little girl selling Girl Scout cookies cry because he was mad that she knocked on his door. Not only was he mean, but he was very rude and abrupt. Everything he said had a negative vibe to it, and nothing productive ever came out of his mouth. I was talking with the man one day, and he blurted out the following question. Why don't I have any friends? He went on to say that he knew a lot of people, but they mainly avoided him and didn't want to talk to him. He saw other people that they would talk to for long periods of time, but not him. He honestly couldn't understand why people ran away from him. He genuinely wanted friends. He would have loved to have someone talk to him or call him from time to time. When he asked me that question, I paused. Should I be nice to him and not tell him how I really feel? Or should I be honest with him? I believed that being honest with him was the right thing to do, and it was the only thing that would give him some insight into his problem. He will more than likely take my head off with rage when I tell him why people don't like him, but he needs to hear it. I don't know that anyone ever told the man the truth about how his actions hurt others and isolated them from him. Some people are totally unaware that their personality is doing them more harm than good. I wanted to give the man a meaningful answer, and so I told him a story. I told him a story of when I went fishing with my young son. He was only about 6 years old or so at the time and was new to fishing. I helped him set up his fishing rod and made sure everything was in working order. Oh, how proud he'll be when he catches his first fish. I started to put bait on my line and noticed he was fumbling with something in his hands. When I went to bait his line, he exclaimed, "No need, Dad. I did it myself." "Ah, I see," I said. "And what did you use as bait?" "Gummy bears," he exclaimed. "A red one to be exact." "Gummy bears," I said. "Do you think the fish like gummy bears, son?" "Sure they do, Dad. I know they like gummy bears because I like gummy bears. Red ones to be exact," he exclaimed again. "If I were a fish, I would go for the red gummy bears before I ate the nasty worm on your hook." We fished for a while, and the gummy bears didn't catch a single fish. My worms, however, reeled in several fish. I wanted to let my son see that the bait he was using wasn't working, and maybe he should try a different bait. After I reeled in the third fish, he asked if he could try my bait. "Sure," I said to him. "Let's give it a try." Moments later, he pulled in the biggest fish of the day, and that day was the last time he ever used gummy bears for fish bait. My son learned a valuable lesson on the small lake. If the bait you're using is not giving you the desired results, you need to try a different bait. As I told the man the story, his eyes lit up, and he sat up in his chair as if he was coming to life. I still didn't know how he would react. Then he shouted, "I need to be a bit kinder to people. Use a little honey to catch friends rather than vinegar." "That's it," I said with a great deal of excitement. "People like people that treat them with respect and have some kind things to say. They like it when people are positive and spend time getting interested in their life. That's the bait that catches friends." If you're looking for new friends and are having trouble finding them, change your bait. Ask someone who knows what things you can change that would bring more friends into your life. Be honest with yourself and try a new approach. You can't catch fish with gummy bears, and you can't catch friends with a negative and rude attitude. Change your bait and change your life.